Hello everyone, thank you for watching Mad Trucks with Marcos. Today we're going to take a look at a 2017 Mega Cab Ram that we just built. Got a tricked out suspension package and then a really nice set of wheels and tires on it. So we're just going to go through and check out what's on this one. Alrighty everybody, we are checking out this truck. So like I said, it's a 2017 Ram 2500. If you could do me a favor, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see all the cool videos, and you can see any of our custom trucks at kunescountrytrucks.com. Alright, so we're talking about this truck. Like I said, it's a 2017 3/4 ton. It was ordered as a pretty much fully loaded up Laramie package on the Ram 2500. So it does have the Cummins in there. This one in particular, so it looks really nice because it's a white truck obviously, but all the logos, all the emblems are on the truck. You'll see as we go around. They're all black, so the white with the black kind of works. Sometimes it's nice to have stuff all matched. Sometimes it's nice to have some contrast. So this truck has a little bit of that. Really looks good on it. But all right, we'll talk about the suspension on this truck. So the suspension on this truck is from BDS. BDS, a lot of you guys know them. They've been around for a long time. They also, they make really high quality stuff. Lifetime warranty on all the parts that they have, which is great in an off-road company like that to offer such a good warranty. Is part of the reason we like them. The other thing is they offer a lot of options. So in this scenario, the 4-inch, you have the option between a radius arm, which just you get a new radius arm, which attaches your axle to the chassis. This one it's their 4-inch 4-link system, which means that we take the factory radius arm off and then we replace it with these two control arms. We have an upper one and a lower one. So it goes to a 4-link in the front. That's going to allow that front axle to articulate as much as possible. And we do think, it does help the ride. Just kind of allows it to be as independent as possible in the front with the axle. So yeah, we get a true spring, and it is a progressive rate spring. So which means these coils up here are a lot tighter, a lot more compact than these down here. So we're actually getting the lift out of these. And then these are gonna be, if you put the factory spring here, it would actually go like right up to here. So this remains the same. So what that's gonna do is that's gonna help our ride. We can get that lift without necessarily compressing the whole spring and making it super stiff. So the progressive rate, really nice on the spring. And then I wanna talk about these shocks. So these shocks this isn't like it doesn't necessarily come with the kit. It's something that we went out and ordered separately. Basically the reason is when you're doing a build like this, it's really nice to be able to upgrade the shocks to those right there. So that's the 2.0 performance series that Fox has with external reservoir. So that's gonna give us a little more travel in the shock, which is nice. It's also not gonna heat up. And then the other thing it's gonna give us in this scenario, a little more dampening. So when we get that in the shock, when we put a really heavy wheel and tire on it, which we'll talk about these in a little bit, but when you put a 35-inch mud tire on, makes it real heavy, you'd get a little more dampening out of the shock. Really nice there. It's gonna help our ride. You might be a person that doesn't care about that stuff, but at the end of the day, the truck's gonna ride better, and pretty much everyone cares about that. So really nice suspension there in the front. It's kind of hard to see, I don't know if you can see down there, it does have the dual steering stabilizer set up in the front. So from the factory, it would have came with a single steering stabilizer shock. And then we went in and from BDS, we did upgrade to the dual steering stabilizer system, and then you can upgrade it to the Fox shocks. So on this truck, having the Fox shocks all the way around, had to do the Fox on the steering stabilizers. Definitely makes a difference when you hit a bump or you're going down a road that's got a lot of bumps in it. Just keep the steering wheel nice. This particular one, since it was ordered to get lifted like this, it was ordered with the flares, but this is actually a flare right from Ram. Really nice. It only comes out about 1 inch. But just kind of adds a little bit to it, so it's not just plain down the side. Also is going to give us a little more coverage. Not a ton we can do when you go 12.5-inch wide tire on these, but it is going to protect the body of the truck a little bit, and it looks really nice, just nice and clean. So because it wanted to be nice and clean, it is fitted with Amp Research power running boards. You've probably seen these before, but I can't stress how nice they are because, excuse the dirt, a fixed running board, the top of it's going to be up here. This drops down so much farther, and even though this is a 3/4 ton with a 4-inch lift, you know, you only have to step up, you know, 12, 14 inches to actually be able to get up in this truck. So it makes it actually pretty easy to hop in and out of it, even though it is a big truck. And yeah, the power boards are nice. You close the door, waits a few seconds, and then it's going to close itself. So when it's gone, it makes the truck look higher than it actually is because it's not taking away from any ground clearance with a fixed running board. And then when you're not using it, it's just gone, tucked away. It looks really nice and clean, and obviously when you need it, it pops right out. So going around to the back, we did upgrade the shocks in the rear to the Fox 2.0 as well. Did not do the piggybacks back here, just did the upgraded 2.0 Performance Series. And then the BDS kit, they do give us a new spring for the back as well. That's how we get the lift back here, kind of hard to see back in there. But instead of putting a spacer or something like that in, we put a whole new spring in, which is really nice, especially on a truck like this. It's gonna have this much weight on it. We don't have to, you know, worry about stuff aligning correctly down the road. It's a new spring, it fits right in there. It's not going anywhere. You can still tow with this truck. You know, anything you want to do in that realm, no problems. So suspension, like I said, matches the front. So we'll talk about the wheels and tires. So the wheel, this is a 20-inch SOTA off-road wheel. I really like this wheel. We have used it before, but it's really nice because you get the gloss black, which works well with accents on this truck, but then you also get some of this exposed milled aluminum. It's just really nice, really, really cool. Just kind of adds some pop to the wheel. The all black look is nice, but it does kind of like get cluttered up sometimes. When you have that polish in there, it just kind of accents it a little bit. And then it's got the accents around the side of the wheel as well. So they do make a really high quality wheel. We really like them. So we couldn't wrap it in anything else but a really good tire. So this is a Toyo Open Country MT tire. I've driven a bunch of vehicles with this tire on, and for a mud tire, it's actually pretty quiet down the road. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it still lets you know that it's there. But as far as a mud tire goes, I mean, it doesn't drown out the stereo. It doesn't give you a headache from, going down the road for a half hour. It's actually a nice tire for a mud tire. You get that really aggressive look. True self-cleaning tire. So if you want a mud tire that doesn't make a ton of noise, the Toyo MT is really a good option to go. But yeah, it's 35 inches tall, 12.5 inches wide on a 20-inch wheel, and it is an LT. It's a heavy-duty tire. So yeah, as far as wheels and tires go, premium wheel and tire package on this truck. But like I said, the suspension on this, it's about as nice as it's going to get from BDS. Couple little upgrades we could have done, but not really necessary. We're not adding any power to this or anything like that. The motor transmission is stock. But yeah, I want to point out on this truck, I really like these Ram boxes, kind of just a side note. I know this is a factory thing and they've been around for a while, but they are nice. They come into service and, you open it up and it's, people throwing their boots or whatever, they throw in muddy stuff, you can just rinse it off in there, keep all the mud from, out of the inside of the cab. So this truck, I mean, a lot of people do think that we build stuff just for show, but realistically, most of the trucks that we sell, that we retail, people are going to either use them for their own business or they use them for work, or maybe they just play really hard and they're going to use it all the time. So when we build stuff, we keep in mind that, you're probably still going to want to be able to use it. So this is a really nice complete package. Still some room to add some stuff if you wanted to customize it even a step further. We could definitely do that. But overall, this is it's got really the main stuff that you would want out of a truck, especially if you're going to customize it. So yeah, 2017, this is for sale at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep store in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. We have a couple truck specialists there, and they really know a lot about these trucks. So if you haven't got a chance to drive one of the lifted trucks, that would really be awesome if you could do that. A lot of times people drive these and they didn't realize how nice the lifted truck was going to ride. I'm not saying it rides like a Cadillac, but for a lifted truck, they do ride really nice. We take all the steps to make sure that we can keep drivability as good as possible. So any questions, please contact us, and thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day.